11:11. How are we doing today? In New York. I am in New York, blessed. It is crazy up in here. It's gray and breezy. We're going to talk about these divine masculines in this world. You know, we don't talk about our men and what the fuck they go through, the peer pressure, these gangs, these covens, these groups that they're in and shit. You know, our men do have pressure on them, and we don't really realize how much they go through. We're so busy looking at everybody else and not looking at what's going on in our community, what's going on in our world. I am the Red Oracle 1111. Talk about the shit that nobody talks about. Don't talk about the brotherhood that these men be involved in that don't really know how deep these brotherhoods go. How they ask you to do stuff that you don't want to do. How you're thinking that your friends are your friends and you're not. You know, we always thought there was just bitches being angry and jealous, envy. Every guys that are bitches too. You think that they're your friends, you think that they're there for you and they're not. Every guys that are bitches too. You think that they're your friends, you think that they're there for you and they're not. You're thinking that they are gonna roll with you and be there for you no matter what. But you know, these guys, they hang around you because of your energy, because of what you have. Ain't no bitches that hang around us, just wanna be with us because of the clout, because of what we have. We always the one that have the money, we always the one that have the connections, we always the ones that make it happen, not knowing that the friends, the families that we hang with plotting against us to see us not get where we're supposed to get further. You know, we live in the physical, but everything functions in the spiritual first before it hits the physical. A lot of us have purposes. That's the main reason why you're on this earth. To fulfill your purpose. But we've been designed to hit these contracts called jobs and get stuck in them. Then we have relationships. Some of them are real, some of them are not. Some of them are designed to stop you from getting where you're supposed to be at. Some of us, we have families, but are not really families. So we decide to make our own. Join gangs, covens, cults, congregations, not realizing that all of them are a form of organizations that are not for what we really think they are. You know, we have the brotherhood, we have secret societies, we have all these shits out here. People join them thinking that they got one up on the world because they that 1% that knows secrets of the universe. But the secret is everybody have power. Everybody has their own power. The divine made us all beings with our own power. We all have free will. And you decide to do what you want to do with the power. With the free will. Either you're going to go against the grain on the dark side, or you're going to be on the light side. And you know, we sign these oaths. We make these families that we think is thicker than blood. And we think, oh, we good, because if we ever need anything, they got our backs. But what did you really sign, y'all? Do you know you probably signed your soul? Do you know these people don't get two damns about you? It's another pyramid. You know, they've been preying on people that are the enlightened people that have power. They've been looking in the Akasha records, finding out what your destiny is, finding out who you really are underneath your avatar. And people are not realizing that they've been preying on us for a long time, y'all. They've been lying to us. They've been telling us that we are not powerful, that we don't have power, and we do. They've been lying, saying that they are the elites, they are the chosen ones, they are the enlightened ones, and it's reversed. We are the ones that have the power. They've been suppressing us, they've been giving us amnesia, they've been brainwashing us from birth. They've been putting programs, they've been putting stuff in the food, in the water, in the sky, so that we can't get our sunlight, that we can't get our acknowledgement of who we are, what we stand for. But we're at a time now that is 2025. 2025 is when the enlightenments, we rise. We are no longer in illusions. We are no longer suppressed in these programs that they designed for us to keep us down. You know, I've been asleep for a long time, y'all. And I have finally woken up to realize that I am somebody. I'm a powerful bitch, y'all. I've had bounties on me in the spiritual realm that come in the physical to terminate me. I survive every trick, every spell. I send out healing to all those that are stuck in bondage, to all those that are confused, that they wake up. It is no more of being trapped in your own fucking dream. We don't realize that in our neighborhoods, in our houses, in our congregations, in our schools, in our offices, everywhere that you are, there's an informer for these damn cults, covens, secret societies. Call them energy vampires. Ciphering energy from us because we have the power. They can't survive without us. But the thing is that we're woken. Too many of us has woken up, which is beautiful. We're shining our light and staying positive. And that's what I call y'all to do. Stay positive. Divine masculines. There have been assignments put on y'all to keep y'all suppressed and not move up where you're supposed to be spiritually, mentally, and physically. They got these whores running around that don't care about you. They care about your assets, your money, your light, your energy. They've been living off your energy, your light. They've been siphoning your energy from the day they met you. They already knew who you were before they even met you because they did their homework. Their whole demeanor is to have a kid or marry you so that they can have attachment to you. They're not doing binding spells, they're doing a whole bunch of love spells. I don't know. Y'all notice that it's not real love. Walk away. Notice that it's a dead-end job that you ain't really getting nowhere. Walk away. We've had fallen angels all over this damn world, falsely putting us in marriages, relationships that don't even need to be, jobs that are not even real jobs. Find yourself of working and wondering, we working to pay bills, y'all? What the fuck is that? The divine didn't put us here to do that. If there's a snake in your presence, get rid of it. If you're in a place that it's no longer serving you, no longer serving your purpose, you're in a group, a coven, a cult, a congregation, a job, a relationship, a marriage, and you feel it in your gut that it's not right, it's not. We have been bamboozled for a long ass time, and it's time to take our power back. It's time to realize that it was just traps set for us so that we wouldn't get to our destiny. These entities want to swap destinies with us because we're destined to be on top. We're destined to be somebody, to be a star. You know, we have the divine masculines out here. You've been put in relationships that are not your relationship. It's not designed for you. It may look good on the outside, but in the inside is pure darkness. You know, and they try to dress it up and make it look so nice. And you know it's not right because you have arguments. Shit is just not right. You can feel it in your heart. I ask you to wake up, realize that's been illusion. That these females are not really who they are. They've been contract illusion. But these females are not really who they are. They've been contracted to take your life. They've been contracted to take your essence away from you. They've been contracted to detour you from what your destiny is. A lot of y'all think they know this is the brotherhood though. That's my homie. He would never think again. Ain't no different from what us females are going through. Bitches that be hating, niggas hate too. They rather you be dumbed down in their corner rather than you exhaling and getting higher than them. A lot of them are mooching off your energy, your money, your clout. A lot of them are destiny swapping, have already destiny swapped. And I need y'all to wake the fuck up. Take back your power. It's never too late to come out of the fucking cover. Because they need your energy, your power, your essence to keep it moving. You're more powerful than them. They can't hurt you once you're looking in full vibration. It's time for us to show looking in full vibration. It's time for us to come together, to be together, to be as one. You know, they fought so hard to keep me suppressed. They do spells to humiliate you. They get these females to come, get pregnant and have kids to make sure they can stay attached to you. Some of these kids are not even your kids, y'all. Y'all need to check that shit. If you have any inkling, any red flags, get a DNA test, y'all. These bitches don't give a fuck about nothing. They're like Terminators. They're just here on assignment to ruin your fucking life. And I'm calling for anybody that hears these messages, that you are healed, that you are open. I am a healer sent from the divine. And I heal everyone out there that's been bamboozled in relationships, contracts, marriages, jobs. Everyone out there that's been bamboozled in relationships, contracts, marriages, jobs, covering cults, congregations that even, it's been so many times people try to say they try to pick this brotherhood, they picking all these covers over everything else, not realizing it's deeper than you think. It's sicker than you think. They start with one ritual and it keeps going, it keeps going. It's like a pyramid, ain't no difference. And it may have worked, it ain't no difference. And it may have worked for the first couple of spells, and all of a sudden it stopped. And it's getting more ridiculous. And you're wondering, what am I doing? You're in the wrong place. And you need to turn back. In the light, you always have forgiveness. God always forgives his. But you gotta do the first. You gotta come out of it. You gotta say you don't want to fuck with it no more. You want to be of the lights. They tried to come and break up my business, my money, my survival, and thought that I would come running to their asses for help. But the God that I believe in, my God would never leave me out. I don't care how far down, homeless, down on my luck, down with nothing. The divine will never leave me to suffer. Everything that I need, that I want is already here. It's always there. Everything that you're looking for is him within you. Stop chasing these niggas. Stop chasing the paper. Stop chasing bitches that don't even love you. When you love yourself, when you put all that you're putting out to try to get, when you put it inside of you and go within, believe in your faith, in the divine, in the light, in the source, infinite intelligence. You could do so much stuff. There are no spells after spells after spells after spells that you gotta do. When you surrender it to the divine, to the universe, you are no longer living in the darkness. You have nothing to worry about. We have not been told about the spiritual world. Spiritual realm, spiritual worlds. Everything is physical. But what we don't realize is everything happens in the spiritual before it happens in this earth. What you think, what you talk, what you absorb in your subconscious is what turns out to be reality. What you eat. When you stay high vibrational, ain't nothing can fuck with you. When you drop what does not belong in your circle, family members, kids, it is so high that you can soar. Life is what you make it, y'all. It's not going to be peaches and cream. But when you're in the wrong alignment, you will never surpass to where you're supposed to be. When you're not in your purpose, a lot of y'all join these covers, these cults, thinking you're on top of the world, and you're not. And you're wondering why everything is going to the world, and you're not. And you're wondering why everything is going wrong, because it is. And the darkness is not where to go. And some of y'all don't even know that y'all in a fucking coven. Y'all still thinking y'all worshiping the right God, and you're not. There's false prophets all over the right God, and you're not. There's false prophets all over this goddamn world, and y'all gotta know what side are you on. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say, I ain't doing this shit no more. Wherever there is confusion, that is the devil. Wherever there is chaos, that is the devil. That's not the divine light. In the divine light, there's peace, quiet, serenity. That's where you should be at all times. It shouldn't have to be that you're confused. Confusion is not of the light. You should always know who you're with, what you're with. Be comfortable of your surroundings. You shouldn't have to look over your shoulder or have to second think or guess or feel a vibe like this ain't feeling right. That's not the divine. There's been so many times that people come up to me and they looking at me like they said that you was crazy. They said that you was dead. You're homeless. They say this, that, this. And it's all smear campaigns to drop you into a lower vibration so that they can cipher your destiny, your power, your enlightenment. You know, we have free will. You can pick and choose what side you want to be on. A lot of people don't realize they picked the wrong side. And I'm here to tell you that you picked the wrong side. And it's time for you to wake the fuck up and walk the right way. Be of the right side. Stop living a life of the false. You know, it's all fun and games when you're partying and bullshitting, going to these orgies, sexcapades, but not realizing what it's really leading up to. And they don't tell you everything. Nah. They give you little by little by little by little. By the time you figure it out, you're like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, I do want the glitz, the glam, the money, but I gotta kill somebody for it? I gotta do what? Nah. And you know, crazy thing is, all this time I was talking this shit and people was like, you are conspiracist. I'm an oracle. I was speaking the truth from the beginning till the end. These covenants, these congregations, they're not here for you. They're here to suppress you and trap you mentally. It's all mind control. But it's time to wake up, y'all. Wake up and realize that we are no longer suppressed. We no longer have to deal with this false doctrines. That you can walk out of these covers. You don't gotta be trapped on it. They want to try to tell you that they're going to kill you and they're going to do it. No. The divine has the last say-so. Divine is more powerful. And at this time, these covenants ain't got no power no more. So they are swarming this world trying to find victims, trying to find other people to get more power. But we have woken up. And I'm so happy with all the light workers, star seeds. I want y'all to keep shining bright like a diamond. As we wake up everybody else. It's a domino effect. Worldwide, international. They can no longer hold their thrones that they stole from us. Our resources, our inheritance, our properties, our intellect, our ideas. They can no longer have none of that. We have taken back our power, and no one can take it back unless you give it to them willingly. So I call y'all to take back your power. Stand on your throne. Tell them that you ain't doing this no more. You know, people that already joined, get them out of there. It's time for you to pray over yourself, over your family, over your kids. These teenagers are the victims of these congregations, these cults. Y'all thinking y'all praising God. It's not the God you think that they are praising. You can easily talk to the divine, just the way I'm talking to you. Every one of us is a God. We don't need a whole building. We don't need a congregation to pray to God, to talk to God. And I need y'all to understand that. We've been bamboozled to think that we got to go to a third party, pay some money to get something done, pay some money to have our prayers heard, pay some money so the sickness will go away. We can heal our own self, people. We are so powerful. We are God and goddesses living on this earth. We have these invaders come in and try to act like us, be like us, and they're not. False prophets, fallen angels that looking like us, thinking that they're for us, and they're not. The rich was just getting richer and richer while we stayed at the bottom. And they sat there and lived their luxurious lives, ciphering our energy. And now is the time that there's no more. We got people that's in prison, ciphering our energies to get out. We got people that just marry light workers, impregnate them on purpose to siphon energies. But it's no more. We are looking further to more prosperous abundance. We are of the light. And I hear everyone that comes on this live, even if you're not staying, just by you looking, just by you being here, that you are healed, and that you are woken, and that you will wake up and realize that you've been living in an illusion, and it's never too late to wake up and start being on the vibe of who you are, what you stand for. You're not crazy. You've been waking up. That's what you've been doing spiritually. So you looking at people that you don't want to fuck with them no more because you're realizing it's not the same vibe. You're waking up to this reality, to who you really are. Embrace it. Be about it. It's the divine waking you up. Appreciate it. I am the Red Oracle, 1111. I talk about the shit that they don't talk about. I talk about the healing that we need in this world, starting with our men that's been set up by these ladies, females, or by other men. And their only destination is to take yours. Take your destination, stop you from excelling to what you're supposed to be. And it's time that as men, that y'all stop and say, you're not doing this no more. You know, these groups, it was never to let you surpass a certain area. And now's the time that you look into it and see what is really real. Is this group really for me or not? Is this what life is? Can't think about it. Thank you for listening. I am the Red Oracle, 1111. Namaste.